Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session for GAMENET. Uh, for today, we're going to talk about creating a room, no? Creating a room, a lobby for the players so that whoever is the host can choose when to start the game. So where do we see this? If you've played Phasmophobia, you know how everyone has to ready up before the host can start the game. So that's one. Others, as long as everyone's ready, it will start the game. If you've played Final Sentence, I think it's that one. Diba? If you're in a lobby, as long as everyone's ready, mag-start siya bigla. So parang ganun. So that's what we're gonna do for today. I'm gonna show you uh how it's done, how the GUI looks like, and how we can manipulate it for our own. Maybe we want something to happen when the player joins when you start the game or something. All right, we're gonna do that. So, before I begin, is there any questions regarding last week? I kind of forgot already what happened last week. Any questions concerning? No. All right. So, how do we create a lobby or room? No. So in order to create a lobby or a room, it is about creating a certain network manager, a specific network manager for lobbies. And if you try to search it, network manager. Oh no, network. You have network lobby manager. So that's the one that we need. For now, I'll create my own network manager. No, inside scripts. I'll go assets, create, mirror, network room manager. Sorry, what did I say? Lobby? Network, sorry, room manager, not lobby manager, but room manager. So, go natin yan. Assets, create mirror, network, room manager. We'll call this demo, network, room manager. So what it does is it will create a script, a script that is a child of network room manager, and then you can see all the callbacks that you that you maybe want to use or not. Then we have to change this demo network manager. We cannot use this anymore if you want to use the room manager. So in this case, I remove and you add the demo network room manager. And don't forget, we need the I'll show you this. So you have offline, online, transport, the usual. However, if you scroll down more, you have a few more um, variables here. We have min players, network room player prefab, room scene, and gameplay scene. So we have all these. So these ones, well, let's create. We'll go work on that. So una, we have the offline scene, we have the online scene, and then we can create the room scene. Uh, maybe just go room scene. The room scene, we technically just need kahit main camera lang. Okay lang. Pwede nga walang camera. Pero better. I mean, depende. Depende. If your player PFAB has a camera or not. So for now, we have a camera here. So that's our room scene. So let's put this here. Offline scene. Here. Online scene is the room scene. That is the room scene. Transport is the KCP player PFAB. is the player room player prefab. Room player prefab. So we have to create our own room player prefab. So let's go create that. We have our room player. And then I also want to create my own script for that. Asset, create, mirror, network room player. So demo, network room player. Then we have demo network. Oops, what is it? Here. Demo network room player. You have to make sure you have network identity. So just those two. You'll see here, you'll have some diagnostics, no? Just to see. Ready to begin and index. But technically, you don't have to touch anything here unless you plan to do something with the room player. But for now, we'll leave it as a blank. Okay. So network room player, this one. Room scene, room scene. And then gameplay scene is my online scene. Right. Then because I removed it, I'm gonna bring back all the functions here. This one's is the start, host, then join. This will be start client. Okay, so let's see what you have here. You'll notice there's a showroom GUI here for the room setting, and then our prefab in the room player also has a showroom GUI. So for now, let's turn it on, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Clone manager. Also, if you want to see the room player, is the room player. It's almost the same thing. However, it has some sync var hooks like index changed. This means what index they are in the room slots. We already state changed. This is called when a room player switches between ready or not. Uh, yeah, those are the added overrides. Okay, this is the clone. Okay, so you press play, press play. I host. Oops, forgot to add the build settings. We need to add the room scene. And since I forgot here on the left, I also have to put, never mind, it's here. Host, there. So you'll see it has the lobby there, join, and so now you have the player one, not ready, player two, not ready, and then this is for the client, player one, not ready, player two, not ready. If I ready up here on the left, if it allows me, let me ready. You'll notice that it's ready na. Then if I ready here, ayan, nag-start na siya agad. So why did it start agad? I'm guessing I did not, yeah, I didn't code it yet. So right now, nag-start na siya agad. And there we have it. You can return room if you want. And everyone is brought back to the room. Okay? So as simple as that when it comes to creating a lobby. But what if you want to make your own instead of using the GUI? Doing that is a little bit trickier because you're gonna have to start thinking, how do things work together? How are we gonna update everyone if the player is ready or not? How do we uh how do we change the stuff, the yeah, if they're ready or not? What if you want to add more data? What if you want to add a player name? So we can do that. We can do that by working on the scripts. Okay, so let's do that. Uh, wait lang. Let me just. Okay, let's start off by creating the UI for it. So where do you put the UI? Where should we put the UI for the players? Can anyone know? Like if remember yung may UI tayo for the player prefab, we added that so that we can show the text, the chat. That means kahit tenancy room player, we can give UI to it. Uh, why would you want to do that? Uh, you could do that so that you can handle the identity because who owns it. Not only who owns it, but maybe you want to be able to synchronize it for everyone and all. Okay, so let's do that. Room player, let's create our UI. We'll put in a oh wait, sorry. Questions on creating the room. Network room manager and network player. So it's as simple as just creating a prefab for it and then room scene, gameplay scene. But if you want to customize it more, then it gets a bit more complicated. No questions. Okay, let's go. Let's create our canvas. That's our canvas. Let us go set it for overlay. I want scale with screen size. Uh, we can go 1920 by 1080 just because match it by width. If you want a phone, match it by height. But anyway, huh, canvas. So what do you want to show for the canvas for the room play? Let's have buttons ready and start. But start should only be seen for the host. So let's do that. UI button. This is start. The text will be start. And then we also have ready. 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 And then just to make it clean, let's put them inside a vertical layout. Vertical layout. Vertical layout group. Let's put them in there. Change the width. I want to control its width. Maybe we want to just put it all the way to the top for the height. Yeah, let's also give it a input field. UI input field. This will be player name. Name input field. For now, maybe I'll put player. And then I don't want it to select all when the player selects it. Okay. Maybe put up there. Player ready, start. Hmm. Let's I want to put it in the bottom though. So let's put it in the bottom. Maybe move it a bit higher. I think I want to increase the size. I feel like it's so small. Name input field, the text. Let's also increase the font size here. There we go. Okay, so it's a middle up there. Height, upper center. Okay, ready and start. So what happens when the player presses ready? Well, let's go do that. If the player presses ready, we have to use a specific function now. If you go check the network room player, if you wanna like backtrace it, how things work, you can check the GUI. If you see the ready button, what does it have? CMD change ready state if the player presses cancel, and then CMD change ready state if the player presses ready. So they're using CMD change ready state. So you have to do that. What I want is I want to toggle it, like ready or cancel. So you have a public void set ready. Toggle ready. Toggle ready. You also notice that uh in here, the CMD change ready state, it uses ready to begin. So we can also use that. CMD ready change ready state. Uh, ready to begin, but we put in null. Not. So now we're toggling from true and false. If you want, we can put it in variable. Bool is ready. Yeah, not ready to begin. Is ready. Then I can say that if the player presses, if it's ready, maybe we can change the button to cancel. So let's go add that to cancel. We have button tnt pro dot nope. What button are they using? Just button. Button. Serialized field. Ready button. Ready button that get component text mesh pro dot text is equal to, then we can do this. Is it ready? If true, uh cancel. If it's false, meaning it's not ready, ready. There we go. So that's for the ready. Now for the start, public void start. Oh, start game. So how do we do the start game? If you check the network room player, what did they use when the player pressed start? Uh, ano nga ba yan? Ready state, ready, ready, not ready. I think that was network room manager. So let's go to the UGUI. Players, return to room. Ano ba yung start na to? Hold on. Where did they put the start? Start. Ah, alright. Ready status changed. Check ready to begin. Uh, all players are ready. On room players ready. Server change scene. So they're doing on room server player ready, server change scene. So if I want the start button to work, I have to make sure I don't call the base of this. On room server player ready. So you go here. Let's see. On room server player ready. On room server player ready. I don't want this to happen. Instead, I will do it here. If you check here sa taas, it is using singleton. So first I'll be like if is server, meaning this is the host. If it's not server, it's a clients. Return. Then demo network room manager dot singleton dot change server change scene. We change the scene to oh wait, we can do oh yeah, let's do this. Server change scene. We can do again demo network room manager dot singleton dot game scene. Game placement. That is when the start game is pressed. It'll change scene to the gameplay scene. Okay, so how do we test that out? So ready, on click, room player, demo network room player, toggle ready. Start, on click, demo network room, start game. Now, make sure ready is disabled. We only want it to enable if it is the player. Then make sure canvas is also disabled. We only want to show the canvas if it is the player, it is the client, the local player. So how do we enable those? Let's put more serialized field. We have serialized field for the game object canvas, and then we have serialized field for the game object uh, button start button. So on start authority, if you remember on start authority, this will only run if it is the client, the local. We can go canvas UI dot set active true, and then if is server, we can go start button dot game object dot set active true. Okay, so that's all we did. On start authority, enable the canvas UI. If it is a server, enable the start button. And then we have two functions here, toggle ready and start game. Toggle ready, all it does is when you press the ready button, it's either ready or not. The start game, if the player presses the start game, it will just change to the gameplay scene. So let's try that out. Ready, play here, play here. Oh, I forgot something. On our prefab, make sure you set all those up. I have ready button, canvas UI, start button. So ready, play, play, host, and join. So, we forgot to disable the UI. But anyway, if I press ready, I cannot press ready because there's no uh, event system. Let's go to our uh, room scene. Make sure we have event system here. And again, oops, it should be the room, the offline. Okay, so if I go host, you have the ready and start. And then if I join, you have the ready here only. So you notice the start is not here because I said if you are only the server, meaning showing host. If I ready here, what is this? 1T1. Ah, I should get child component pala. Okay, okay. Ayusin natin yan. Get component in children. Why in children? If you remember our button, our button here in ready, it's in the child in text because you can't really change the text here. You have to go through the child, the text here, and then you have it here. Right? So let's play host. Let me maximize this. Join. Right? So if you see this, if I ready here, it's cancel. And you'll notice in the GUI, it actually updated. Then in here, if I press ready here, it is also ready on the uh, player. So now I can press start. Everyone is now here. Problem is, we have this in here pa rin. We should uh, disable it if the start game is pressed. So where do we find that? How will the player know if the room has been created? If you check the network room manager, I mean not the room, but they're in the game scene. No, if you check the network room manager that we created, you have all of these callbacks. One specific one though is on room server create game player. Now, this is called when the game starts and it creates a game player. The play using the player prefab. This means in here we should disable the room player. The canvas UI for the room player. So how do you do that? In here, let's this is ano, remember, this is happening in the server. That means if you create a client RPC, public void RPC disable um, canvas, meaning we'll run this on the client. We go um, canvas UI dot set active false. And where do we call it? We call this on the server. So this one. So when it creates the player, uh, we disable it. So where do we get that? Room player. Room player is literally the room player. So instead of just room player, let's get the component. Get component demo network room player. So if you want, I can put this in a variable. Demo room player equal to that one. Demo room player dot rpc disable canvas. So let's try that out. Also, I want the start canvas. I mean the start. What's this? I want the start button to be not interactable until everyone is ready. So how do we do that? Ready state changed. Ready state change checks. It is called when a room player switches between ready or not ready. So in here, I think I should be able to do demo network room manager dot singleton all players ready. So this is either true or false. Tanong is, does this change? Wait lang. Get all players ready. When is this called? When does this change? Once ready. Hold on. Sige, check natin lang. Uh, so this is either true or false. I will say button. Start button dot interactable is equal to all players ready. So it will only be interactable if all players are ready. Now I only want this to happen again for the server. So if the server hello. Okay. So now we're okay with the ready and start game. Ah, I should have made it initially as not interactable. So ready, ready. Okay, that's a problem. Because it means all players ready is changed only after ready state changed is called. So uh what I can do is mm, singleton that room slots. Room slots here is all the network room player. I can do okay. I'm gonna do some linked. Some linked. Wait, actually it's not even linked. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use some link. Link. I'm not sure if anyone is um knowledgeable about Link now. So Link is a good way to like if you know what's this? If you know my god. What was I thinking? Where select? Oh, why did I forget the name of that? Wait. Sorry. What is it called? Where select S? Ooh, why did I forget that? SQL. Oh my god, why am I forgetting this? SQL. If you know SQL, where you're able to get like certain things now. Same thing here. Does that. So I can go like where room player dot oops room player, meaning that is the network room player here. Room player dot uh is ready. Ready to begin. Is it where I can do instead of where I can do contains. Contains? Can I do contains? No. Any. Okay. Sorry. What happened here? Any means if there's any room player that is not a ready to begin. So this ready to begin, if it's not, meaning if anyway, if this is true, that means at least one of the network room players inside this room slot has a or does not have a ready to begin. This part. Right? So it's checking everything in room slots. So what other things you have here in Linq? This works for any array. You can do it for list. You have where. So this will literally give a list of all the things where something is something. So we can go like where room player that is client. So particular client. So this will give out all the room player that is client. So it doesn't have to be just a boolean. I mean, it doesn't have to be literal boolean na variable. You can go um what other stuff do I have here? Tag, maybe. Tag is equal to player. So pwedeng ganyan. So this will give out all the room players that has a tag of player. So that's where. Anyway, Linq. Pretty strong system. I don't even know if this is gonna work. Ready, state change, start button, dot interactable. If there's any that isn't. Hold on. I want this. This would be true if there's no ready to begin. Wait lang. True. Oh, true. Not. Opposite right now. Enemy. If there is true, false, false. Oh no, not many. All. Everyone is ready to begin. Anyway, let's see if that works. Host. Join. Ready. Ready. It doesn't even it doesn't even work. Let me just double check lang. Ready. Any room slots? Uh-huh. Count. Are you ready to begin? True. If I close that, room slot, are you ready to begin? False. Okay. In here, join. Ready. Ready. Everyone is supposed to be ready. Ready to begin. True. Ready to begin. True. So, true. Oops, nawala. Ready. Ready. Aren't you interactable? Hold on. Sorry. Cancel. Yeah. False. Tama yan. But then if I ready, true. But not true. Oh my god. Interactable. That's weird. Anyway, true. Let me just debug the log. Log this part here. Bool already. Log already. Interactable. True. That is true. Okay. Cancel. Okay. Join. What is down here? Ready. False. Ready. True. So are you? Or are you not true? False. Yeah. Ready. True. Huh. Hold on. Did I mess up the canvas? No. Oh, so weird. Already. Sorry, class. I'm just irritated at this. Kung wala pa to, we can go to the next part na lang, which is creating the listo. Host, true. Join, true. Uh-huh. What? Huh? Uh, cancel. Why? Whatever. You want uh interactable. Oh, sorry. Ready state changed. This is called only on the room player. My bad. My bad. So what we can do though is on server add player, ready status changed. On room server players ready. In here na lang. We can go. We can have the one for the public void set start. Ah, let's start game interactable. Bool is interactable. If server, if is server, start game dot, oops, start bottom dot game object, oops, interactable is equal to is interactable. And you only want this for the host. So how do we get the host? Room slot, single, or default. This is room player. We want the room player who is the server and room player uh no, is server na lang. What's this? Network room player. Network room player. Host. So we'll go host the get component demo network room player. Uh enable oops. Let's start game interactable. True. And then players are not ready. False. You can probably do this in a create a variable for that. So you don't have to keep doing that. Anyway, um, join. Does this work? Ready, ready. Oops, raw. Ay. I did this wrong. Host. Host, join, ready. Disconnection. Sorry, sorry. What is this? What are we disconnecting? CS 130. CS 130. Server. Huh. Room slots count one. Join. Ready. Oh, sorry. Oh, if is server. Oh, wait. Wait lang, wait lang. Let me just check something. Sorry, class. This wasn't a. I may have changed something. Oh, is local player and room player is server. Room player dot is local player and is server. Okay, okay. Yeah. Sorry. So what I was forgetting was is local player. So this happens only again on the server. So we're looking for the one who's hosting, which is local player and is also on the server. That is why this is the host. The question mark just to make sure if this is not a null. If it is a null, then uh we don't want this to happen. But anyway, then just to make sure that start is disabled, we go to start, interactable, false. And there you have it. Almost join. Ready? Ready. And now start is showing. Without if someone is not ready, it won't be interactable. Okay. Sorry. Do you have any questions so far? So what happened? Uh it was this one. On room player service ready. So this function ready state changed. Problem is only happening only in this client. So if it wasn't the host who was pressing ready, I'm not able to enable this start button. Only if the play the host is the one who changes its ready state change, its ready state, and then it can enable the start game. And we don't want that. We want when everyone is ready. So instead, we use this on room servers player not ready and on room server players ready. And in order for me to get the host, it is the room player is local and room player is server. And we're only looking for one. All right. The reason why rooms is server only was causing a bug is because it wasn't a single one. It was multiple. Everything, all the room player inside the room slots, they were all server. But we're looking for the host, which is the local player. Okay. So this one, technically you could put this in a getter. But I can just work on this. Okay, questions? So this is in the demo network room manager. Technically, we can do it here pala on ready status change. We can go like if everyone is ready. Uh, like ready to begin. Is ready. Huh? Ready? All players ready. We can do that and put it here instead. But I think same thing works. No questions? Okay. So I think this part will be kind of quick. How about the actual list of players? How do we do that? So in order for us to do that, we need to have, I'll just enable this so we can see. We need to have like a list here. So let's go create the canvas. Let's create a child. This is player list. This will be a vertical layout uh, with increase height, increase. Maybe let's put an image also, just so we have a background. Okay. Then let's put in our players. So let's go create a child. This is player state. We have the text mesh pro. Oh, we can make this horizontal. We have text mesh pro and another text mesh pro. This is ready state, and then this will be name. And then let us make it to the size of the layout. So here. And then maybe I want to control the width. Yeah. So this will be like player, and then this will be ready. Ready or not ready. Then you know what? We'll create a component for this. This is ready state. Player ready state. Let's connect it to our room player. Network demo network room player. Room player. I want sync bar. Did they use sync bar? But I do want to set it though. Public void set room player demo network room player uh underscore room player equal to room player. Okay, so we have that. I want to set the name. Set void public void set name string name. We also want to change if you ready state void set ready bool is ready is ready. Okay, so we have PMP Pro, Text Mesh Pro, UGUI. This is the name. And then we want the ready text. This is serialized field. And then this is also a serialized field. So what happens is we want this name text is equal to name. Player name. Name text dot text. And then ready text dot text is equal to, if it is ready, ready. If it is not ready. We can go be more extra. We have color is ready. Color dot green. If it is not ready, color dot red. Then on start, go false. Okay. Uh-huh. Ready, set name, set ready. Okay. So we need to see if the player gets ready. We need to also see if the set name, the name changes. So how do you do that? On our room player, we can have a action or an event. Public void on public. We can go action. Action string. String on change name and then public action bool on change ready. So what is action? Again, it's like a if you did Gamprog, it's a event dispatcher. If you didn't do Gamprog, what it does is I'm able to shoot this message to anyone who is listening. So in this case, um, if I did public void set name here, string name. If I change the name, what I want to do is public void, oh no, CMD command, and then here client RPC. This is RPC set name. What happens is I am gonna send the message on change name. I'm sending the message that this is the new name. Player name. Player name. And then CMD set name, RPC set name. There. So we are saying that on change name, we're going to send a message. This is the message, the player name. How do we listen to this message? we can listen to it anywhere as long as we have the reference of this demo network room player. In this case, in this state, I can go on change ready dot uh plus equals, meaning we're gonna add whatever that function is. It's set ready. So meaning it is listening to this on change ready. If this is called or a message is sent from the whatever the room player is, it will call this set ready. And same thing, room player dot on change name. We'll do set name. So if this happens, we will change the name. So in here, just to make sure, we put a question mark. Why? Just in case, if no one is listening to it, this won't happen. If there is someone that is listening to it, make this happen. So set name and then the ready, this one. We can go we can do this one. Ready state change. On change ready. Dot invoke. New ready state. So why didn't we do this one? The CMD and client. This is also this happening naman on the clients when the room player changes. So I don't have to go from the command from the server to the client RPC because this is happening naman on all the clients. Okay. So we have the demo network room player. Let's put in the input serialize field, input field, PMP Pro, input field, name input field. So this one also has on start client. This one also has that action. I think it's a Unity event instead. Input field dot on change on value changed. Oh wait, set name. CMD set name. Yeah. So this happens only on the client. So what I want is what is this, add listener? Oh, CMD set name. Okay, so on the clients, sorry, let me put this instead on authority. On the clients, we add the value changed. Oh, wait, do I want it on start? No. What happens is it will call CMD set name, and then it will call for all the clients the on change name. So is that all I need? Set name player. Ah, adding to the list. So where is that? How do we add? Dami, no? Dami kailangan. Uh, so far, any questions on this one? So this one, we're only you see it's only mono behavior. Why? We are kind of working on this room player, and this room player it changes naman for the um for everyone. So if this is called in the demo network room player, if this is called on change name, Gana rin naman dito. Why? Because we are doing this on the clients. You'll notice here. Oops, sorry. In here on the set name, we call it muna on the server. So it calls on the client. So it's happening on the client. This one, uh, change ready. This is again happening only on the client. Okay, questions so far? So madugo. Madugo talaga yung ano, uh, when it comes to networking stuff. Finally, we're gonna have to try to add the players when they enter. So where is that? Demo network room. In here, we have in the manager, sorry. In the manager, we have on room server this one. We have this on creation of the room player. Do I want to work here? Hold on. Increase the room player prefab. Right there. Everyone gets updated. Yeah, yeah, this one. Uh, wait lang. That one or yeah, pwede dito. In this case, I want to create an action naman. Another action. Public action. This one, I want the room slots. Remember the room slots? This has attracts all the players in the room. A network. Oops. Room slots. Room slots. It is a hash set. So each time a player is created, a hash, we will do this action on add player. So this one on add player, question mark, invoke room slots. Who's going to listen to this? The player. This on the server. Um, so on the network room player, uh, on start client, we have demo network room manager, the singleton, the on add player. We will call it on the RPC. Client RPC public void set ano update player list. Don't forget the hash set. Hash set of ano ginawa? Network room player. Network room player. Players. Okay, so we update. We update. What we can do on our is RPC, you know? Oh, sorry. Make it RPC. Rename. RPC. So let's put in our serialized field. Oh, player. Oh no. Yeah. Name object player list. Oh, transport. And then also the prefab for the creation. For the player state. Player state prefab. Okay. All right. Player list. I'm gonna check though if everyone is still in the room. Player list uh, for each. Oh, oh no, we can do this better. Um, on destroy, destroy, disconnect. What do we have? Destroy. No. Uh, might as well add it when the player gets disconnected. On disconnected. So this is called uh when the server has caused an object to be destroyed. Invoke room player on disconnected. So I'm doing lambda. Yeah, can I do this? Uh, destroy. Destroy this. Wala ka bang gawa ng lambda dito? Oh shit. Oh no. Sige nga. Void. Destroy. Destroy state. Destroy this. Forgot lambda. Oh, would I forget lambda? Oh no, I did not. Okay, I did. Destroy state. Okay, never mind. I don't have to check if it is okay pa or not. Instead, I'm gonna change the names. No, not name. Wait, do I even need this? Ready. Oh, we have to add it. Right. So for each. No. So again, we can use Linq here. Can I use Linq? Player list. The player list for each transform. No. I think it's better. Okay. This is gonna be weird. Um, the list of network room players. Room players is equal to player list dot get components in children. Oh no, it's not. Okay, it's kind of weird pala. We're getting the player ready state, but we are getting the ready state. We're getting the state dot uh room player. So let's make a getter. I mean technically you can do public, but let's be clean. Public demo network room room player, arrow underscore, oops, room player underscore room player. So this is getter. It's just getting room player. Ready? Oh, select room player to list. Can I convert? Oh, sorry. Demo network room player. what did what happened? In this player list, remember the transform? I'm trying to get all the all the child now. The player state, player ready state. I'm trying to get it in here. But what I want though is the room player. So instead I select the room player and then I make it to a list. This is the power of Linq. So you have so much power with Linq. You're able to do this. Why am I doing this? I'm trying to just um to filter out uh data. So it's the to list. The room player. Why do I want to do this? So that I can do if they're missing in the players. Players that uh where this is room player where it is not inside room players. Why? Why do I want a list of network room players that is not inside the wait, let's put room player list. Just so it's not why? So that if they're not inside if inside here, if they're not inside the room player list, I'm gonna add it. For each uh what is this? Network room player in. So this is heavy. This is heavy. I hope you get this part. I'm just looking for network room players that are not inside this list. This list. So if they're not there, we instantiate the room players player state prefab, instantiate it inside the player list. We can do let's game object. Okay, so they're all inside here. And then if you want to make sure everything is clean, like your player one, player two, player three. Oh wait. Forgot. Object dot get component players ready state set room player get demo network room player. Okay, and then just to make everything clean, we can go for each um, transform t in player list t dot set sibling index. Where do you get this sibling index? T dot get component player ready state room player index. Just so they're from player 0, player 1, player 2. So we're just getting the player ready state. We're getting the room player and the index. Index, automatic na to. Index is made by mirror. It basically is literally the index of the player. Okay. So this is heavy. This part is heavy, but I hope you understand this. Kind of understand it. Select. Literally, we're trying to like change it from one data to another. In this case, from a list of player ready states, I'm selecting the room player instead. That is why we have a list of demo network room players. Okay. This is called an on add player. Okay. Let's see if that works. Make sure disable this. Make sure also this is a prefab. Oh wait, sorry. You don't have to disable this. Instead, we need to add it here. So this is player list. This is player state prefab. This is the input. Okay. If everything works right, um, it should be wonderful. I hope. Post. Okay. We weren't even able to add it. On add player. On add player. Oh, sorry. It should not be here. It is only on the client. Hold on. There. So on the server, when an add player RPC update, and let's go debug that log. Update player list. Nope, did not call. Uh, let's double check. Debug.log, start server, and then I check on add player. Um, this one on room server create room player. Created room player. Okay, created room server player. On add player was not called. I am guessing it was called only after the room server, after it was created. Uh, okay, we do it somewhere else. Hold on. Let me double check. Where did I call that? Oops. Nope. Hindi pala. I did it here. Uh, uh, sorry. We don't need this. Instead, we actually have on client enter room and exit room. So on client enter room, this is called all player objects. In fact, we don't even need RPC. And then this one is, oops, sorry, demo network room manager dot singleton dot room slots. And we can do this again. Wait. Okay. Mm, okay, let's try that again. So we didn't need a action pala. Oops. No reference. Who is no referencing? Ready text. Layer state. Name. Name. Ready. There we go. And then join. Okay. So we now have the two players. If I change my name, it did not update. It updated here. Am I hold on. Let me just double check. Canvas is on for both. Yep, yep, yep. You're supposed to disable this. Join. There. Player 1, 2, 3. Player 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Ready? Ready. Ready? Ready. Okay. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. A lot. That was a lot. You don't need this. So what happened? I forgot that they have on client enter room and exit room. Each time this is invoked when a player enters or exits the room. So each time it happens, we update the list. So this is just to add and to remove. And then just in case, what if someone in between gets removed? We set this up here. Okay. Then what happens after? What else do we do? The ready? The ready, remember we did that. We did a CMD change ready state, and then the text here. But in order to change the text mismo, the text from the ready state, this one, in order to change that, it's this code. Set ready, set name. This is called when on change ready or end change name is called. When is this called? Uh, this is called when the ready state is changed. This one is called the man on the clients. Okay. So here, if I press ready here, uh, nag-close na yung, hindi na na-delete ng tama. But we can work on that next time because we are sabog na. If I press ready here on the server, sa client, nag-call rin siya ng ready state changed. This room player, the host, it also called in here on the client. That's why I only need to do on change ready. But you'll notice that my set name, I did CMD. Why? I don't really have any function for that, for it to work agad-agad for both. So instead, I change From the client, where's that? From the client, where did I put it? Okay. From the client in here, when the value is changed, I call CMD set name, meaning when it's changed, from it'll send a message to the server, CMD set name, which will send to all clients, RPC set name, the on change name. That is why it is able to update for both sides. Okay, does that make sense? You have any questions? This part medyo malaking something big is happening here. I can talk about it more if you want, but chances are baka sabog na tayo. Questions, clarification, uh, gets new. What's happening here lang is, remember this player list. I get all the player ready state, and I want though is the room player. So I use dot select. So this is a link, Linq. Iba yung iba yung link sa linked list na ginagawa niyo back in Bass Pro. Link is a very strong um, feature, very very strong. You're able to filter out data. What kind of data? In this case, I filtered out all the room player. What would have happened if I didn't do this? I would have done um, for each player ready state in ready state in player list dot get component and children player ready state get components, and then uh, let's go create a list equal to new room player list, and then I would go room player list dot add ready state dot room play. Same bananas, they're the same thing. In this case, I didn't even have a for each loop. I went straight ahead, get room player. Okay, so you could have done this also. This one, same thing. I could do for each loop, and then instead of the player where that contains, I would have done player. What is this? Network compare list of network room. Oh my god, can't type room player up room is equal to new list, and then I would go room player list for each room player list. No, actually we can go straight there. We can go straight out create for the network room player in room player list. I would go like player dot if player if room player contains player. Oops, sorry. Room player list. Sorry. Players is this one. if room player list does not contain player continue. Sorry, if it contains player continue. And if not, I will do this one. So I have to check this. I have to check here pa. I have to check if it contains a room player, continue. In this case, immediately said where it does not contain where the room player, this one, inside players, is not inside room player list. So I just skipped one. But again, same bananas. Okay, so Linq is very strong. If you're gonna go to the rule, if you're gonna go um coding talaga instead of just game dev coding, game programming, very useful. You're gonna be using that quite a lot. Okay, questions, clarification. Do you want me to see how I'm gonna use that in the game? How am I gonna use the player name? Anyone? Are we sabog na? Do we stop right there? No, no. Everyone's just gone. GUI, new player, boom, GUI. Just remove the UGY. There we go. Okay? Mukhang ano, mukhang napagod na lahat. Understandable. Uh, Basically, it's this part. If you check yung code ni mirror, find reference. This one. All it does is you're gonna be able to update the gameplay. But we can talk about it next time. Next time na lang. Ito and um what's after this? This one and scenes? Change scenes? I could do that. Yeah, pwede yun. Okay. Again, no questions? Clarification needed? You learned about um ready action. Action is just like Unity action. What's the difference? You can actually show this in the editor. Action is also the same as public event void. Wait lang. Public event. I forgot the event. Pero anyway, para lang siya sa action. Sige. No questions? Okay. I guess no questions. If you have any questions naman, you can just message me. But anyway, for your homework, for your module, I'm just gonna require you to be able to create your own lobby. It doesn't have to, you can add more than just uh play your name and ready. Maybe you want, what else is there? Maybe you can set teams, team A, team B. You can do that. Parang you can switch from team A or switch to team B. We can so that maybe you have a team type of game, or you can as simple as just do ready or not ready. Parang ganito. You don't even have to put player name. Player name just extra. I didn't even able to use this. Okay, you can just do the ready. In fact, you don't even have to do start if you don't want to do the start. You can just simply, if everyone's ready, start right away. And like I said before, that is here in, where is that? On this one, this code. Because in the base class, the base function, it's server change scene agad when new players are ready. So you can just do base dot on group server players ready. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. Again, for your homework, do the lobby, uh, do what am I missing? I think I'm pretty sure I'm missing one more. Pinag-usapan natin last time. Sync var? Was that what I thought before? Sync var? Sync var. Was that what I thought last time? Did anyone can anyone verify? Was it just sync var that I thought last meeting? Oh, spawning. Oh, right. Spawning. So for spawning, um, okay, yeah, add that in. You have something to spawn on the game. You uh do that. So that's what I'm gonna see. You spawning things, the room, sync var, uh, kahit wala pa yung ano, moving data from the room to the game. Kahit wala pa yun. Okay lang. Okay, I'm gonna update yung Dropbox natin for that one. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. If you have any questions, just message here or message me mismo. So yeah, that's it. You guys can go and enjoy your night.